Hello, I'm Gino. Welcome to Dazzle TV. It's 6:45 a.m. here in Numancia, Aklan in the Philippines. Sunday morning here. Last night, Super Typhoon Pepito made landfall in Catanduanes area in southern Luzon. So far, I've seen videos online, flooding, damage from very strong winds where the super typhoon had made landing. I can't really tell the extent of the damage, but I'm sure it's a major damage because super typhoons here in the Philippines, they are just very destructive. And right now, Super Typhoon Pepito is back out at sea, but it's gonna make another landfall sometime today, Sunday here in the Philippines. And it's gonna make another landfall in central Luzon. Central Luzon and Manila are bracing for the impact of Super Typhoon Pepito. A lot of areas in Metro Manila are right at sea level. That's why when a typhoon or a super typhoon comes into the area of Metro Manila, it causes extensive flooding. My prayers go out to the people in Luzon that's going to be affected by the super typhoon. Today, my topic is going to be why the Philippines? These are just my observations. Why people want to move to the Philippines, or why people are thinking of moving to the Philippines. I stay pretty busy now because of people contacting me, asking me questions, trying to get a feel of what the Philippines is like. And I always do my best to discuss the pros and cons with moving to the Philippines with them, because I want to give a good recommendation. The Philippines is not for everyone. There are a lot of things that you will be giving up if you come to the Philippines. A lot of the conveniences and efficiencies in your home country. The Philippines is still a developing country and lacks the infrastructures that an advanced country has. The common thing I see is people just want to try something different, especially the ones that haven't been to the Philippines before. They are just looking for an adventure. They watch a lot of videos online and want to check it out for themselves. Majority of the people that I see that come here are men, but I've also seen women now that come to the Philippines for the first time. Most of the people that I have met when they get here, they are receiving pensions or they have enough money to support themselves until they hit 62, like in the US, that's the earliest time you can collect Social Security. So they come here because they have savings, they have investments, because they just want to stop working and enjoy early retirement. A lot of men come to the Philippines because they meet a Filipina online and they want to meet their Filipina in person. Depending on their situation in their home country, if they are still working, what I've seen is if they're still working, they end up petitioning their Filipina to join them in their home country. Or if they are retired or close to retirement, they choose to live here in the Philippines with their Filipina. There are also people that I've met here in the Philippines that come here because they just want a fresh start, not necessarily looking for a Filipina immediately. They tell me that it's just nice to have that option, a chance to meet someone and date again. They find dating in their home country almost impossible as they have gotten older. I talk to many of our subscribers, especially the ones that are contemplating on visiting to the Philippines or even moving to the Philippines. They are at the retirement age, receiving a pension, and they are finding it difficult in their home country to live on the pension that they are receiving. They are willing to move to a developing country to cut costs and to have a better quality of life. Most of them, their main concern when they contact me is their health care. They are concerned if they are going to get good medical care in the Philippines. And some, if they come here to the Philippines, won't have medical insurance because their insurance is Medicare and there is no Medicare here in the Philippines. There are also those that I've met online and also I've met in person here that are splitting their time between the United States and the Philippines because they can afford it. In my opinion, that is ideal because you get the best of both worlds. A lot spend their winters here in the Philippines when it gets cold in the United States. We call them snowbirds in America. Then there's Filipino Americans like me, spent most of their life living abroad and working abroad. But as they get older, they have a yearn to come home to the Philippines. Because for us Filipino Americans, no matter how long we're away from the Philippines, this is still home. This is where we are most comfortable because of the people, because of the food, and because of the surroundings. Like for me, I just always miss the Philippines. I have so many fond memories growing up in the Philippines. And now that I've been living here for 13 years, I get to experience it again. And it's the best feeling. This is just another observation regarding Filipino Americans that I've seen. The Filipino husband is usually the one that is yearning to move back to the Philippines. The Filipino wife usually prefers living in the United States. And what is common for Filipino American families in the United States, they stay in the US because of their kids. They just feel that there are more opportunities for their kids in the US. There are also Americans and Canadians that have contacted me and they're married to a Filipina. Married to a Filipina for many years. A lot of times, their Filipina hasn't been back in the Philippines 20, 30 years. They are now in the retirement age, receiving a pension, and are interested in moving to the Philippines. They usually visit the Philippines on vacation just to test the waters, to see if they can live in the Philippines. Because it's quite a jump to move to the Philippines, a developing country, if you're coming from an advanced country like the United States or Canada. Especially if they're thinking of moving to a province here in the Philippines. I had a friend from Canada. He spent about 30 days here in Aklan province at his Filipinas hometown here in Aklan. And he got to experience living in the province. The thing he told me that he will have a hard time adjusting here was the heat. He told me it's just a different kind of heat here in the Philippines. But he enjoyed his stay in the province. I'm sure that if he decides to move here with his Filipina wife, he will bring some of the creature comforts like hot water, central air conditioning, things like that. Almost every week now, I meet new people online. They reach out to me and seek my advice regarding the Philippines. I take my job of guiding people to the Philippines very serious. I do my best to get to know the person. Oftentimes, I tell them, give me a call. I want to video chat with you. Because that is how I get a sense of what the person is looking for. Because one thing I've learned from people, I've been helping people now transition here to the Philippines almost 3 years. And one thing I've learned is everyone is different. Everyone is looking for something different here. No two persons are alike. I always do my best to give them the pros and cons about the Philippines. And I always tell people, the Philippines is not for everyone. Thank you for your continued support of our channel. Dazzle, Leanna, and we truly appreciate your support. Take care, everyone.
Thank you for watching.
We'll see you in our next video.